I will also be sending you the link so you can always go on YouTube and be able to trace the message, and then you can listen to it and you can keep it as your own personal archive.
Okay.
So I don't know if anyone has any questions before we start. Any questions?
For me, no question for now.
Question for now.
Yes.
Sister Diola, how you doing? She's away. All right, so the book that we read is Money Will Make You Rich. God's Principles for True Wealth and Prosperity and Success. Money won't make you rich. So we're gonna start with a brief introduction on the book. So I want to hear from maybe some of you on what captures you when you read this book. I'm not asking for what's in the book. Let's just give a brief introduction. If someone asks you that, oh, why did you read that book? What would you say? What would you tell the person? Why did I read Money Will Make You Rich?
Hello?
Yes.
Okay, this is Sister Kathy. I'm going to briefly share my opinion, then I'll drop off and come back again because I'm seeing that I'm live and I don't know on YouTube. I don't know if I'm streaming this. I didn't even know how I got there. So I'm going to go back and check it. But first, regarding your question, you're asking what came to my mind as I was reading it or what's my impression?
What's your what if someone asks you that, oh, why did you read Money Will Make You Rich?
Okay, great. You know that great books announce itself, just like a business on niche. It sells by referral. This is one book that everyone talks about. Have you read Money Will Make You Rich? So it is out of inspiration, curiosity of what is this inside this powerful book. Because when you hear Money Will Make You Rich, you're like, but of course, it's money that I need to be rich. So what is he talking about? So he was able to capture audience attention with the title, really, because it's already subject to debate. Money will make me rich. Okay, let's see what else can make me rich. And secondly, again, like I said, because it is where we're all trying to get rich. So we want to go, I want to go figure out what else will make me rich. So that's why I read it. Of course, beside it being part of our assignment. Actually, I started reading this book a few years ago when I first joined his mentorship program, but I never finished it. So I thought to myself, this is a good opportunity for me to get to the end of it. And I did.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, the title on itself, Money Will Make You Rich, coming from our religious background, money, how can you say money will make you rich? So you know, so and this book is rich with so many principles that if you take a look at the way we were living before and the way we're living now, it's two totally different ways of living. Thank you so much for that. We have Sister Chioma. Wow. Sister Chioma.
It's been a long time. Good evening, Pastor Nero.
Hey, how are you doing?
Oh, I bless God. This COVID time, how are you guys coping?
We are coping. We are coping.
But
It's good to have you here. You know, you are our foundation member, so.
I know. I know that I've been carried away. Lots of things have surrounded me, work sometimes, and a lot of things are going on. But I bless God for God has been so good and it's been amazing anyway. What can I say? Good evening, everyone.
Okay, who wants to share something else, and then we'll just go one by one from what everyone got from the book.
Okay.
Sister Deborah, not good.
Um, Good evening, everyone.
Mm.
My name is Titi. Actually, I've not read the book, but the title is what caught people's attention, especially my attention, that money won't make you rich. Like, what else? Then what will make you rich? What else? I've not read it. I've not even read the book, but I was like, what is it talking about? Let me just go and look at what it's talking about. Is it insane? Or is there any other idea that he wants to share here? So the title really caught my attention.
Wow. Ooh la la.
I like that analogy because every single one of us, we are so used to, you need money. If you don't have money, how can you be rich? So then we're gonna go through and we're gonna share some. This book is very rich. So to properly review this book, you need to do like maybe like a 40-hour teaching on this book. And I don't even think you exhaust because this book is very, very rich with a lot of information.
Yeah.
But I will start. I don't know if or someone wants, Sister Adiola, you want to start?
So go ahead, Pastor.
Mhm.
Pastor Noron, can I say something?
Oh, Sister Dolly, sorry, I didn't recognize. I'm so sorry. Sister Dolly's here. It's her
Oh,
time also.
Dolly,
huh?
sorry, I didn't know the other day. I'm so sorry. I was so busy.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. How are you, everybody?
Fine, fine,
Oh,
man.
oh,
Fine.
oh, happy Sundays, everyone. You
We
know,
should
what caught my attention, especially is like what everybody has been saying. The title really caught my attention that you know, money will not make me rich, and I was asking, well, maybe I can add to it. If money will not make me rich, what else can I add to it that will make me, richer? That was what I was thinking about because money is a piece of paper. So if the piece of paper, and we all need that piece of paper to survive, to pay bills, to do it, what else can I add to it, or what am I missing? And I said, this is a joke, and I said, let me, read this book. Let me just get hold of it. And then I started reading it. And I learned that it's not even this book, like Pastor Noron just said, it's not only talking about money, it's talking about when you look at yourself deeper, it's talking to you every day of your life, even with your kids, the way you manage your kids, even with your spiritual life, your daily job. That is what I found, the principle in it. So it goes beyond even money to me. So it's something that you can use. You can use it to be, mindful of yourself, to become your self-awareness, to live in the now. That is what this book, I believe even 40 hours, you will not finish this book, like Pastor Noron said. I keep flipping it and I keep writing it each time I read it. The principle, what am I doing? To talk about the liabilities, then I go. Then I look at me and I look at my kids. What have I instilled in them? What are the liabilities that I've placed in their lives? That I should work on myself and look upon myself. And this liability that I've put in their life, if I don't correct it, guess what? They are still going to carry on the liability. So to me, it's a great book. It is a great book.
Wow.
It's more than that. Yeah. Yeah. That is for me. So
Can I add something a little?
Yes, please go ahead.
Can I?
Yes, please.
Okay. Just like BSC have been teaching us a lot about wealth, time, because you need to discover what is inside you because you are the when you discover what is inside you, build it up, just like Dadoli said, your time management,
yes.
you have a talent or you have opportunity. How you use that opportunity and build it up properly, discovering you will make you wealthy. And that your wealth is your money. Is that wealth that calls for the money that you're
Mm-hmm.
looking for? Or if
Yeah.
you have not built up yourself and you are somebody that you don't venture, there are
Mm-hmm.
many potentials in you have not developed. Let me say I'm a fashion designer. So I've not developed myself, manage my time, manage everything. I know how to do everything. As in, I can't get even to get the money because your consistency, your timing, your management, everything about your children, like everything about your life. If you can do it very well, you are wealthy and money will follow you.
Yeah.
That's what I have to see that.
The, yeah, Sister Chairman, you are, it's just like what I was saying. You are, I mean, this book, Pastor Noran, was a good book. People just look at it and say money, money. I think it speak more than money. It speak, it's like from your, when you look at yourself in a mirror, put yourself in a mirror and look at it from head to toe. That was what this book did for me. And so people should not just look at it as if, the money part of it. No, it makes you look within yourself, kind of know yourself again in everything you do. So, I can go on about this book, but go ahead, Pastor Noran, take it over.
Okay. Basically, I'll piggyback on what Sister Chioma and Sister Dolly have said. That if you don't work on yourself, if you don't have the proper perspective of money and seeing money as only a piece of paper, that money is only a reward system for the services or the goods that you have rendered. That if those things are not in place, if you don't have a good character, if you don't have a pure heart, if you don't have a righteousness understanding, or if you don't see money as a tool to be able to, of course, meet your own needs and meet the needs of others, then money can end up enslaving you. So instead of you ruling and reigning as God intends for you to rule and reign, it now begins to enslave you. Enslave you in the sense where you follow the dictates of money. Money tells you, I want this car, you buy it. Money tells you that, oh, we need to make more money. You work 2 jobs, you work 3 jobs because money is the one speaking to you. So no longer is Jesus your Lord. Money becomes your Lord, and you are at the mercy of whatever money wants, and you are just spending anyhow, and you are just following the dictates of money. So when DSA is saying that money will make you rich, he's saying that first of all you must be rich inside, rich with principles, rich with understanding, rich with understanding of God's principles. That it first of all begins with you on yourself, having a proper understanding of money, understanding how money works, understanding the principles that can cause one to increase. You also knowing that money will not make you happy. Money will not bring joy into your life. And that's so true when you take a look at Hollywood. Hollywood has all the money that they are talking about. They have the airplane, they have the best island. But if you take a look at their lives, the things they are doing, you can tell that these people are not happy. That lets us know that money on itself cannot make a man and woman happy. That wherever we are, whether we have in abundance or whether we have little, we should still be content. We should still be happy. And that comes by you developing yourself, your character, and having the proper view of money. Now, once you build your character, once you understand the principles of money, money will just be added to you because you know how it works. You know that you shouldn't spend all you earn. You know that, like for instance, people are running to go and play lotto. You will learn that money, you can't, those people that get money that way, the money will go. Why? Because one of the laws of money is that money must be earned. So you have to earn money. That's why we go to work, because by virtue of us giving 5, 6, 7 hours of our time, we earn it by the work we put in. But So for people that are, whenever people say, oh, 100 million, people start running to the I don't know what store, the store to buy the money. That is not the way that is not how the process of money. Money must be earned. So like when we go to church, and then the pastor tells us to sow a seed and trust God, money must be earned. So that statement on its own is not a true statement, because God is a God of law and order. God has set principles on the earth that will help us as it pertains to money. I will stop there and I will let someone else to continue.
Okay.
Money will not make you rich, but your knowledge of money is what is going to make you rich. This statement, like Sister Titi was saying, she was waiting for the concluding part, that what is it that will now make you rich. I remember one of the analogy that was put in this book with regards to if you winning a lottery. You should just imagine so many people that have won lottery in the past and go and see the statistics of the kind of life they are living 5 years, 10 years down the lane. Then you can now see that even though they are exposed to money and they have access to money, but they attempt because they didn't attempt to create a wealth or earn it. They just want it. The money is going to come. It's going to go the same way it came. So that's the same thing, just like Pastor Onino was saying, that people that are playing lotto or what have you. So we need to realize from this book that one of the main important point that this book is trying to teach us is that the secret to financial success is that we must understand the principle of money. That whether we are Christian, we go to we pray, we do all those things. If our knowledge about how money works is lacking, we are not going to be rich. We can claim we are born again, we are pastor, we are deaconess, we are this. We have not paid our due with regards to the knowledge of how money works. But now we can make money a servant, as a tool, just like Pastor Nino was explaining that we need to know how money comes, that it's a product of exchanging values, that you have something you can exchange as. So money will just be like a tool, that money on its own is not the end, it's just a means, it's just a tool, and that it must not control us, just like we have it in the real sense of what we are experiencing, and that everybody goes out to work because we want to earn money. But when we earn the money, how do we spend it? Are we able to manage and master the money so that we have the understanding of the true nature of money, that this money must not dominate me? That just like one of the teaching and training we had in the past that says the money wants to start talking, start dictating to you. Oh yeah, go and change your shoe. Oh yeah, see your wardrobe. When last did you buy a new clothes? So immediately that money starts talking. We're able to silence the money and subdue it and direct the course of what we want to use the money to a force of goodness, to something that is going to make money to remain a servant and will not rule over us, because immediately it gains control over you. That is when the rat race continues. You will have finished spending it before another one comes. But when you are the one in charge of it, you will tell it's money. I'm not spending beyond this. This is how I'm going to spend it. I'm paying myself up. I'm not paying anything outside of this budget. I'm retaining this. I'm doing that. So that state gives us stability. It's a state of mind that is calm. And we will not begin to want to be doing our spending life as a result of we want to compete, or we want to become a reference. So that others, if you see Sister Dolly, hey, on Sunday, if you see that thing where she put for neck, now 24 karat gold, hey, I think say whether she like or take, I go do my own. I go get my own by force. You bet. Say she dey get. My sister, no be small thing. By joking, but that is one of the things that has held some of us in bondage. That when we want to now begin to look for acceptance and want to feel among, we are looking for affirmation, a feeling of being feel among. We want to feel among. And when that money start dictating and you don't know how to suppress that dictate, and you know, in Yoruba land, when one child wants to disgrace you, you use your leg, you crush his leg, and somebody stop there. I don't know whether you are getting my analogy, or you plug the girl here like this, you twist it, keep quiet. I'm talking, don't talk. You know, it's the same way that when money start talking, and our ability to be able to suppress the money talk that is going on in our brain, to us telling money and directing where it will be used, and to know, for us knowing that money is a tool for us to achieve great feats. That even when we have been able to successfully manage our own income, we know that money should be used to advance the cause of the kingdom, and we're not going to be another money misroad that is just using money just to oppress and to do what is not in line with what the Bible says. So we should not love money, we should love God, we love our family, and use money. So money does not make rich. It is the knowledge of how money is being made that is going to make you rich. Because everybody can work to get money. But until you translate that knowledge to a point where money is now, it can be multiplied, it can be increased, you know, it can be diversified, it can become a cash flow that is bringing other things. If you just limit it just to money, because there are the other realm like wealth, you know, those states. This is where I want to stop. So money is a good servant, but we must not be a leader or a master. We must make sure that we don't allow it to gain mastery over us. There are so many things that the wisdom that this book provides. Well, let me stop here. And that we, as Christians, there's nothing wrong with a millionaire and desire to be one. You should not be doing spirituality and be thinking, anybody that is attaining or desiring to be one, that is asking too much. So we should see it, we should clear that in our mind and gain that mind shift that to be a millionaire, there's nothing stopping us, and it is possible for us. Even if ordinary nominal people can do it, it means they have a knowledge about money that I have not gotten, and we should go for it so that we also can make God proud. Let me stop here. Thank you.
Wow, amazing. Amazing. It's true. What you're saying is right, Mr. Biola. Because we are here to, if unbelievers can be so rich and they're using it to do a lot, we believers have to be excellent in what we're doing and be
Yes.
that and reach as many people as possible, inspire lives. This is why we are here. You
Yes.
see how the rich people, the one dictating. This is what God wants us to do. He doesn't want us to use that money. We want to use it to. It's good to buy Jeep. It's good to buy a big house. It's good to buy, but when we understand our purpose, when we understand why we are called, we are here to bless humanity. So I would like God to enrich me. I have so many big fashion house, big fashion factory, whereby I can employ all women, you know, in Africa. This is my vision. Employ them, make job available for them. But for that to happen, I have to work very hard. I have to put myself up, be focused, manage my time. Because if I build myself up, then I can build other people up. If I don't build myself up, I cannot be a reflection of the excellency of God. So He has sent me here on earth for a purpose. I need to find out. Money is a part of it. But in me to be the wealth, because He said, I am the one who gives you the power to make wealth. So inside us is the wealth which God has given us idea. He has given us idea. You know, that I love what when I'm listening to what DSK is talking about, spending time alone with Him. He will give you idea. Many of us have spent time praying, and He gives us idea. What are we doing with the idea? And what are we doing with the opportunity that has come our way? You know, many of us have missed it. We need to go and develop those ideas, because one thing is for God to load you with ideas. And when He loads you with ideas, sometimes opportunity has come our way. We miss it because we are scared. Why we are scared? Because we don't have confidence in ourselves. We are not prepared. We are not ready, and we miss that opportunity. You know, and that opportunity will go, because wealth is full of wealth. We are talking about is also about opportunity. But for that opportunity to come, we have to get ourselves ready. Prepare yourself. When it come knocking at your door, build yourself, get ready, and roll with it. You know, like the time we are in now, it is a digital time. Everybody is on YouTube, everybody is on Facebook, everybody is doing things online. But many of us will say, oh, I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm shy. I'm scared. Oh, no, I can't talk. I don't know anybody. And because of that, you're holding back. An opportunity is passing by. You see other people on Facebook, they are doing things. On YouTube, they are opening their channel. They are bringing out the wealth in them, potentials in them. Maybe talking about a particular thing, sharing a particular knowledge. And they are bringing out themselves, you know. A lot of beautiful things are happening in our time. And some people are holding back. You know, now is the time to show forth what you have inside you. Shout it loud with what's going on now. Because this is the time to exhibit the wealth in you and use it to make and let money come after you, you know, when you exhibit that wealth inside you. So that's what I found out going on now, and I'm enjoying this time around. Thank you, everyone.
You're welcome.
So, there's one part of this book that DSA actually asked. It's like a test. And if I had to underline it, because to me it was very powerful, he said, we have to search our heart and imagine ourselves without cars, without nice clothes, without beautiful home. Would we feel miserable? And he said, if we feel miserable, then we have failed the test, because that means we're living our life for material things. That if you don't have all those things, if you don't have a nice house, if you don't have a nice car, if you don't have nice clothes, will you still be happy? So I underline it, and I have to ask myself that question. Because at the same time, it's good to read a book, but sometimes you have to ask yourself, because DSA said, if you will be miserable, then you have to check your heart. Because that means your heart is given over to mammon.
Yes.
Your heart is given over to material things, because you have made material things, possessing the material things that possess you. God doesn't have you. It's money it's mammon that's controlling you.
Yes.
So it's very important for us to always check ourselves, check our motives, because money will not. God wants to channel his resources, but he only wants to channel his resources to men and women that have a pure heart. That they see money as simply as a paper. They see money as only as a tool to, just as Chioma said, to help the widows, to help those that are out of school, that has no means of going to school, to take people out of poverty. You know, God is looking for who can I channel those resources, and the people that are supposed to be doing it are Christians. But for years we have been taught that having money is a sin, and you know, or you just sow it and then somehow, some way, it will just rain down. When you sleep, you wake up, you just see a bag of money in your house. Or God will give you a 24-hour miracle, which is not correct. But it's just to let us know that it all depends on, do we love money? Because the love of money, it didn't say money is the root of evil. It said the love of is the root of all evil. So we must guard ourselves that we don't daydream about how in the next 5 years I'll just be a millionaire, I'll buy a nice car, that should not be our daydream. Our daydream, even if we're gonna daydream, it should be like, once that happens, I'm gonna help that person, I'm gonna help that brother, I'm gonna do something in Nigeria, I'm gonna feed 300 women or 300 families, you know. Then God will cause you to have that money, because he knows that once that money touches your hands, people's lives are going to change.
That's right.
I don't know who else. Sister Kenny, you have not said anything.
God should be fulfilling God. You know,
Yeah, continue.
you know what, Pastor Nori, you see what you just said, because if we actually, if you feel, because most of us, when this book was saying everything,
She's here, but
everything,
unfortunately she can't. I have to mute my phone. I'm listening to everything. Thank you.
everything, everything is based on that principle and value, and that we have to look into our motives also of why we actually looking for this money. Because I see my fellow Nigerians, I see my fellow Africans, coming here, that call themselves Christian. You see them, they are even the one that work 24/7, 24/7. And I look at them and I cried in my heart for them. And I said, these are Christians now. They call themselves Christians. And I said, what is the value? Why are you working so hard? What is the purpose for this? But sometimes when you look at the answer that comes out of their mouth, I step back and I say, is that for real? Oh, they say, I want to live very comfortable. You know, I want to be able to wear, wear good clothing. I want to buy good cars. I want to send my kids to a school, you know. But what is the motive? So you telling me that is your motive of all this money? Even though they say, God sent me to this world to subdue the earth, to subdue the earth. You know, I get tired when I hear, when I hear something like that. And some of them never get content, because if you have $1, you don't know the value of the $1. You see the value of $1, the dollar is controlling you. So how will you know the value of $10 when it's given to you? So they find themselves all the way there, sad, so sad, because the next day, guess what? They back to work again. They sign up for overtime, 16 hours. And you call them, Sister Laura, are you going home? Oh, no, I have to work this overtime. But when you look at the book, when you open to page 80 over there in this book, and he actually describe it, that all these people that are looking for wealth, after getting that wealth, after getting that money, the riches, they still empty. Empty is there because they do not know the purpose of their life. They do not know the purpose why God sent them here, the purpose of that dollar. They see that dollar as, they don't look at it as a tool. They see it as if, hey, I want these riches. I want these riches. It will fulfill my happiness. But in the long run, it never fulfill, their happiness. It never. So we have to know our purpose also. Even God said, send us here to subdue the earth. Work is not bad, because the first commandment in the book, Old Testament, is he created Adam and he put them in the garden to work, but we now value work and that value that money. We kind of lost the concept of all this money. We don't know that it's a tool for us to use. So it's something that I look at myself, like Pastor Nora said, I look at myself, oh, I've been putting this money, I've been serving this moment for a long time, and I do not know. Because early in the morning, I run to work, I get dressed, you see me, I get dressed, jump to work, I'm going, 8 o'clock. Then I close by 5 o'clock. I say, oh, that is all. It was all walk and walk and walk and walk. And I do not know that I put that money, earning that money to satisfy my gratification. Money now became my mama. So after reading this book, and thank God I joined this, we all joined this mentorship. He kind of opened my eyes, and I look within my heart. God, take away this mama from me. This mom, I want to be a millionaire, but I want to use it to glorify you, to enrich the kingdom of God on this earth, to reach to the widow, the orphan, those, there are little projects around me, around the community that I'm in. I want to be able to go to the shelter and feed them, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I want to be able to go to the, buy them clothing, because most of them that live in that shelter, don't even have a good shoe to wear. So I now know the value, the purpose, and now I'm working hard to use that money as a tool so that money is no longer controlling me, but I'm not controlling money. So that is part of the book, part of this book, what I'm still gaining from it.
Amen. Yes,
Sadoli, you killed it, man. Okay. Yes.
This book,
something was going.
this
I
book
can't
has
finish
done a
it.
lot. No, this book, I've tattooed this book. I've highlighted this book. It's like my Bible, my second Bible. I wrote the back and forth. Yes, I wrote to the back and forth because, I then look at, why am I even here? Why am I even here in the first place? The first commandment. What am I supposed to do? Walk. There are some people, I think they misdiagnose what, I call it misdiagnosing what work is supposed to be in their life. And then they also have a different plan of it, because in life you have to assess yourself. I'm going to take it into medical now. You assess yourself. You diagnose yourself. I assessed myself and I said, oh my goodness, I've been wrong. All my assessment has been wrong. I use my money, I make my money. What is the first thing I get? I run to the store to buy clothes. I want the best car. Then I diagnosed myself. The diagnosis I gave to myself was mismanagement of fund, secondary to lack of knowledge, and selfishness. That's my second diagnosis. Lack of competency, spending money. Irresponsibility, spending money. Then I wrote myself a plan. How am I going to solve this problem for myself? Because obviously my kids are seeing me, I'm spending this money. That's what we parents don't know, that kids, they copy because it's what you instill in them. And they copy you. Whatever you put out there, you think they are little, but they are watching you little by little. So I now set up a plan for myself, a plan that the kids, I will now rechange their focus. Guess what? If you get into Nike in a month or in 3 months, you're only getting one Nike instead of 3 months, in 6 months. And that Nike that you have now, guess what? You have to use it. When you use it, you clean it, because that is telling me responsibility of you knowing what you have. So I have to do that and keep on reassessing myself. This book is so good. It's full. I think, Pastor Nora, we still have to redo this book. Maybe down the road. Huh?
I second it.
Yes, we still have to redo it, Pastor Nora. This is not because it's a lot.
Wow. You know what I wanted to say, Sister Dolly, when you were
Yes.
first and foremost that time, I was imagining, I just have a story, a real life story of a Nigerian, and it's somebody I know. He makes money, he does this, he does Uber, and before lockdown, Uber, if you are serious, you know how much you can take home, especially in like here, Maryland, not like New York that you have maybe like a train station and what have you. But here in Maryland, people make a lot of money. Somebody said 1,000 in a week, and you can imagine in a month that is close to 4K. So this guy, I don't know what happened to him. They said he had high BP, and because of the high blood pressure, it affected his brain, and his brain busted or what? He had blood in his. They found blood in his brain.
He has aneurysm.
So they had blood surgery. They did surgery. Now, see, now he's been there for 3 weeks. I just want you to see the scenario why money will not make you rich, and the tyranny of 9 to 5, what it will do for you if you don't learn to master how money works, and that you just making money and exchanging your life for money is not the best way to live. If you don't master how money works in such a way that you'll be making money while you sleep, then you are going to work the rest of your life. That is so. This guy now is still on bed, in hospital bed. He has not been able to work. Can you imagine how people go into bankruptcy and into problem in America? That the wife does not have papers. He's just the one that just asks the wife to come, the wife cannot work. Can you imagine now? He's now rolling out and soliciting. Since he's not working, the little Uber that he's doing is just delivery. And he has not been working for some days. Now, to pay rent,
it's a problem
already
now.
eating into the table. So I now want us to see, look at and the lifestyle. If you see this person dressed, the kind of jeans will match the shoe. You know that kind of dressing, the guy.
Yeah.
That if you put on a t-shirt, the shoe must match. You know, and now begin to see how the
Some.
That is what I'm saying.
If
That
you,
is
are,
what
you,
I'm
you,
saying.
you go to school, you learn how to pass the nursing exam and you are certified. You know the serious reading you did before you get that certificate. And now you want to make money. You have not read any book. You don't even read anything else. You don't even listen to you, and you are claiming, and God, I'm a Christian, I'm a pastor, I'm in the church, and you are praying, and you are expecting God to just open one machine, and the money will just like Yakata.
Yes.
So we make you not live in fool's paradise. So I'm letting you not to see that if anything should happen to your health today, what will become of your money making bill? So we have to begin to see why the wisdom we need for us to do what? To be able to apply our mind so that we don't waste our money on liabilities. We spend on things that bring money back to us and diversify our income so that
Yes.
we'll be able to retire before they retire us.
Yes.
It's very, very.
Is it me or is Sister Diola? You are fainting. Your voice is fainting, or is it my phone? I can hardly hear you anymore.
Yes.
Wow.
Hello, Sister Donya.
Yes.
I actually enjoy your contribution on this book.
Thank you.
Without me reading the book, I have a lot.
Thank you.
It's one thing to read the book, is another thing to actually put it into practice.
Yes.
And the way you analyze it, that is like you sat down and you look at the way this thing can be applicable to you, the way you diagnose yourself in the way that it now comes to reality, that this is the reality on ground. This is what I have discovered about myself. And going forward, and you so analyze it that me that have not read it, I have lots to take home.
Oh, that is good.
I have a lot.
That is good.
In time management, for some times that I've known about time management itself is a money. When you manage your time very well, you should be able to account for every time you spend. Check your day, have a plan for your day. And after the end of every day, try to put okay, which one did I get right? Which one did I mismanage? And you will be able, next time you will be able to, the following day, you will be able to say, okay, what have I achieved? What is it that I need to do more? What I'm talking it's applicable to me too, not to waste time, to check every day of our activities and to plan it well.
Yes.
Another thing is that when you focus on money, I can do 3 jobs, I can do 10 jobs, I can do all things that is important, you will neglect them. That is another thing I've discovered in this America. And to Nigerian people, as I relate with other people, they value the work more than anything, even more than their family, even more than their children. They don't care. Children, you go to school, me, I can do overnight all around the clock, without even putting effort in what children are doing, in what children are up to, assessing them, in what you ask them to do. That one commons. And when we now take it back to church, when you hear one sermon is about miracle, is about, just do this, money has a principle, like what Pastor Kola said. Money, to make money, there is, even in the Bible, there is principle. It's not just that you wake up and you just see money beside you, or somebody will just Holy Spirit will just drop money at your doorstep. No, you have to work for it. But what will actually make us to be fulfilled in life is touching lives, touching other people's life. I am a product of touching lives. People reach out to me and make me to be successful. So, like me now, how will I use what I've gained? Like 2 days ago, me and my mother-in-law were talking, and I said, see, when they are talking to people in Nigeria, some people in Nigeria, I don't have the mouth to abuse them, in the sense that I'm not a Muslim. I'm not a Christian from my background, both of my background, I'm a Christian. But when I needed it most is Irish Kola. I don't know the man. I just went to his moshalashi then in Iworo in Ibadan, and I said, I needed this money. I lost my dad at a very young age. And somebody said, oh, Irish Kola used to give us money to help people like you. That time maybe is 300 naira, or less than 700 naira then. And they gave me, and I was able to continue my school. At that point, it changes. When I'm telling my mother-in-law, it changes my orientation of giving back, of touching lives. You said it, that it's not about just getting wealthy, having nice car, but how have we been touching lives? How
Yes.
have we been supportive to other people? I know God will help us, but we can actually put this into practice and talk to ourselves about it, and God will help us.
Yes, so. Yes, so. Yes. Hey.
Kathy, you
Okay,
want to
for
share?
me, hello, hello.
Yes.
Okay, for me, for my own 2 cents, everybody has really done a great job analyzing the book, because at the end of the day, we realized that the dollar, the paper that we are pursuing ever since we came, it's really not what is, it's not worth it, or what we should have been pursuing, because every other thing follows after you seek the face of God. But for me, seeking the face of God, because what drove us to this place, to this, other than that we want to better our lives, is really the love of God. It's the love of God that makes us to listen to DSA. There are many people who are out there listening, but they are not understanding it. They can't get it because their hearts are not pure. But we grabbed it even before we got to the money part, especially as it relates to the church. We now begin to understand that what the church has taught us is not real, it's not true. So at the end of the day, what you all said in summary is that seek me first, my kingdom, my righteousness. How is your heart? What is your motivation for trying to get this money, or whatever that you create wealth? What is it that you will fulfill? What is your purpose? For whoever that talked about purpose, and then with effort, with a little effort, then God will now prosper it, because you're really seeking his face, his will, according to his purpose and his plan, and he know he can trust you with this wealth. And then when you put in the effort, it will blossom. There are many people who will also go through the training that we're going through now, that will not make it, because again, like I said, there is more to be having a wealth than money, because your intent has to be right to partner with God, in addition to every other thing that you guys talked and DSA has been teaching us. So that's my 2 cents about that.
Awesome.
Thank you.
By the way, Adela, I just I subscribe to you, and then Pastor Nora, I just sent my book, Sisters and Brothers. I just sent him my book. Oh, I know I've delayed in sending it. It is another serious, interesting book. So when the time comes, I hope that you all
We were gonna add it. We're gonna add it to our list. So
okay,
then
okay.
we come here and we'll review it, and then the author will sit down and listen to us talk about our book.
No, we'll talk about it, and then
Yeah,
I'll answer some questions when the time.
yeah.
Yeah, but for any reason, even though this group is really on fire and you're on top, like I don't know if it was Pastor Nolly and Dolly. I was telling you guys when we were first talking, I said DSA really influenced that book too in a way, because when we were doing that free mentorship, you all remember the free mentorship that you can join. So I was able to read up some books then. So from what I read, it was like my mind was clear. And I'm like, are you kidding me? You know, what we are supposed to be doing. So when I was writing this book, even though this book was really inspired because the Holy Spirit ministered to me, the reason for my writing it and why. If you look at the introduction, when in a conversation I was having with the Lord, why he wanted me to bring out the book for a time like this, I wrote from January, not of what was happening now, not knowing that it's going to happen. So, but apart from it, the Lord was saying that we should all, the time for us to fulfill our purpose. And believe you me, the reason you are in this club right now, you might think it's you just came. It is part of the plan of God for you, because he wants to bless his remnant now. For the time, according to him, for the time for the kingdom, wealth transfer has arrived. He wants to put wealth into the hands of those he can trust, who understood or understands about money, so that they can now take it and begin to build the kingdom. What DSA is doing is like he's a man alone. God needs more people like that. And so that is why, you know, we all find ourselves here by divine grace. So that's what the book was talking about. So you talked about mostly about our purpose. And I think that is where we are. And then secondly, he talked about how we can get ready for the persecutions and the storm that is coming to the end time. I did, and by the inspiration of the Holy Spirit, what he ministers to me about how the mark of the beast is going to come in. People are thinking, expecting, they're going to be like, okay, now everybody come and take the chips. No, it's going to come very subtle. Majority will not even know that the beast is, they're already taking the base. The whatever 668. So because it will come very, very subtle. They're already beginning to make people think it's normal. Then secondly, about the one world religion. But the good thing, I'm speaking to the people who sees and shares the same vision, but I'm telling you, this book is packed. If you can pick it up just to support, because sometimes it's a lonely voice. That's why when I listen to Adiola, I just go to her tape. I'm like, girl, I'm just here to support you. It's not because I don't know what she's talking about, but it's a lonely voice out there for us to come and compete with the giants. So we support each other. And that's why what Sister Dolly was telling me about the support, I saw it. So we need to support, especially if you write a book, if you're an author like myself, please support me, because sometimes it takes a lot. Especially the last one. I wrote this book. My mother died in January. This book I started in January. I couldn't stop because it was God that told me to write. So I had to finish writing the book. So that is what I had to share.
Let's all
Thank you very much.
let's buy the book.
Thank you.
We are going to review that book. I'm gonna maybe we might adjust one of our books for next, maybe not next one, but I think the next next month, one of you we will read this book, and then we'll read the book. So if everyone can purchase the book so that we can support her. Yeah, that'll be great. And then pretty soon, me too, I'll bring out my own book. Pretty soon, Sister Adiola too will bring her book. Sister Dolly too will bring her book. Sister Kenny, Sister Titi will bring her book. So we'll all become authors.
Yes, so
Once we support another author.
yes. And if anybody ever have a question about publishing, I'm also a publisher. I can always direct you. I'll help you.
Awesome. Wow. So it was really I think today was actually one of the best reviews that we had, even though we didn't really go deep into the book, because this book is very rich. I'd like to thank everyone for joining, those are new people that joined in and gave new life to the book club. Like I said, our goal is to develop ourselves through books, to become the best version of ourselves. That money will not be a problem, that money will not be a limitation. And there's a phrase that DSA says, and I think I'm going to end with this. It says, you are not free until you're financially free. And I believe that that's what we should be pursuing, is getting ourselves to a place where we don't work for money. We work for purpose. We work for the reason why God placed us here. And I believe that, just as Sister Kathy said, that's what God is positioning us for. We're not here by chance. We're not here by accident. God brought us together because,
it is time. The time has now come. That's what he said.
Now come, and there's a lot of work to do. And I pray that we will apply these principles in our lives, understanding that there are laws of money, the laws of retention, the laws of the money must be multiplied before you spend. And I pray that we apply these principles so that we can see a turnaround in our finances. There will not be any turnaround because a pastor prayed for you. There will not be any turnaround because you give tithes or you give dangerous seed. The turnaround comes when you start applying the principles, the laws of money. You start applying them into your life, and you don't take your salary and finish the whole thing. No, you give to God, you pay yourself, and then the rest of it, pay yourself in the sense of 10% to 30%, and then you look for ways of how you can grow your money through investments. So I believe when we practice those things, financially, things will indeed turn around in our lives. The next book we're going to read is going to be called, let me see here. The next book, I believe it's The Millionaire Mind by Thomas J. Stanley. So The Millionaire Mind by Thomas J. Stanley. I posted I posted it on our group on WhatsApp, so you can also see the name. And the next book review will be August 30th, 2020. So August 30th, 2020 will be the next book review. Until then, thank you all so much.
Can I say something?
Yes.
Okay. My lovely sisters and brothers, I just want to encourage you, because I had somebody here that says he hasn't read the book. I understand we are busy and we were not brought up in the culture of reading. But I'm telling you, if it was not that I forced myself to read the books, some of the things that I wrote concerning purpose or something like that, for some reason I was hearing involved. You have to read to be able to become a millionaire. You have to make a conscious effort to do that. Just set a time. But another way you can do it is go and get the audio book part of whatever you are reading, because this one, like I said, I started it more than a year ago. I never finished it. So when I realized that that's what we're going to use, I said to myself, forget it. Let me go get the audio. So I picked up the audio. If you go to Audible, and then last night I was just lying in bed and the book finished itself. So please get into the habit of reading. It's going to help you get to where you are going faster.
Yes. It will help you get to where you're going faster. It helps you it changes the way you think. When opportunities come your way, you know what to do. There's no need for you to run the parade to a pastor to say, should I do this? Should I do that? No, you just know that, I need to. And you will know what to do with your money when it comes. when you read books. Well, thank you all so much. I will see you all in 2 weeks. Until then, let's keep reading, let's keep developing ourselves, and let's understand that our generation is waiting for us. Thank you, and see you next time.
God bless
Thank
you.
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you. Please subscribe to my channel. Thank you all.
Subscribe to
I did.
Stella's channel. Pastor
Oh,
Nina's got a
sorry,
channel too, so
sorry.
subscribe
Oh,
also.
yeah.
If there's anything
Hello,
that
sir.
Sister Adiola.
Yes.
So the
Okay.
next one we are reading is Millionaire's Mind, right?
Mhm. Yeah, it will be
Millionaire Man.
posted on the page. You see.
It's already posted. Yes.
Okay, it's posted. Yeah. Okay.
Well done.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Bye.
Good night.
Mr. Titi. Nice having
Yeah.
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Take care. Mr. Dali, thank you. Bye. See you soon. Pastor Nino, everybody, see you soon. In the soon. Wow. Okay, we are still there.